Hi there, let's review Grammaire progressive du français. What does that mean? Grammar progressive of French, literally. So, what do you get when you're buying this book? Well, you're getting a grammar book based on chapters. So if you open up the book, then you will see this is chapter 25, and what will we learn in this book? We're going to learn how to ask questions. Who is it and what is it? And here on the left side, you will always find the grammar or the theory, and on the right side, you will find exercises. And when you're buying this book, don't forget there are two books. This one is a little thicker because this one with the corrigé, you can see it here, are the corrections for this book, for the other book. So these are only corrections. There are no exercises in here. So don't make the mistake of just buying this book because it won't really help you. There are different editions and there are different levels of this book. So by now it's the third edition. This one is the second edition. The third edition is a little more modern and it has an application as well, so you can make more exercises online. But generally speaking, the structure remains the same. And as I said, this one is for A1, for absolute beginners, grammar for absolute beginners. And this one is for grammar for more advanced beginners. That's A2, B1, so intermediary level. Also, it has always a book with corrections of the exercises. There are also other grammar books for higher levels like the B1 and B2, B2, C2. So B1, B2 is for advanced, intermediary, and the final one is for the expert level. And there's also a business grammar book for the people who are interested in business French. They all follow the same structure. So theory on the left, exercises on the right. It's also interesting to know that there's a CD you can use to make audio exercises for these books. So why do I recommend them? Why is it a good book? Well, it's a typical grammar book. The grammar, when you're thinking about grammar, it's like, oh, these old working books with zero pictures and then black and white and very dull. Well, if I can show you here, there's a few colors. It's grammar, and there's a few signs here. And in the first book there are also some pictures and drawings. I think in the second book there are no drawings, maybe just a very few of them. But it's made nice. So when you're opening up the book, then you'll be happy to learn grammar. I don't know if something like that exists, but it is a very nice. It's a very nice book to open. Second, the grammar itself is well explained and it's very clear. Especially, I really like the amount of theory they give and the content of the theory, because it's really applicable to your level. They're never going to say things that are too complicated or write things that are too complicated. They're just adapted to your level. Also, the exercises are really good. There are a few more exercises than people would generally need, so you can practice a lot with these exercises. So these are the positive points. It's a good grammar book. It's clear. There are enough exercises. It's not boring, and it's at the right level. The only thing that is a bit negative about these books is that I wouldn't recommend it for self-study. So because it has chapters, it's a typical book that a teacher would have, and when he thinks, I hear this person is having difficulties with that. Okay, let's open our books at page, say 28 for the personal pronouns, and then someone will read the theory or so, and then you do the exercises. So if you're willing to start learning French from zero, it might not be the right thing. It's rather a complement to lessons or to other materials or to other sources of learning French. Like if you're learning an app and you're thinking like, oh, well, I've seen something that's really difficult. For example, when you see here en somewhere in the exercise and you're asking yourself, why do I always see this en? Well, then you will probably find it in the book of the level you're at. And that's something I really enjoy. The questions students, my students when I'm teaching French, always ask, well, they're usually in the right book for their level. So that's why I recommend it. And the last point about the price. The price is more or less mid-range. Of course, some people sell it cheaper in second hand, and other people try to sell it at a higher price, but usually it would be around the mid-range. Not the most expensive, but also not the cheapest ones. But it has value for the quality. It's a good price for the quality you get. All right, so you can buy these books via the link below in the description. See you there.